Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be getting some pretty OP armor and going back in and checking out what the Void has in store for us. And yeah, I hope you guys are ready. Alright guys, so I've been doing quite a bit off camera, just slowly working on a few different things. And I did talk to Cubus, which of course is the pack dev, and he gave me a bit of advice. He said, get yourself some Flux Infused armor, which I'm working on it. So, right here I have made, you put a diamond in here with some destabilized redstone, and you will get flux crystals out of that. That's a good way of doing that. And then down here, if you take silver and pulverized gold, and you add that with some destabilized redstone, you'll get the Flux Electrum blend. And then you use that inside this machine, and of course, you'll end up getting some more of that that Flux Electrum ingots. Now, these are what's used for making all of your armor and weapons and stuff like that we're going to need going forward. The armor is a little bit different. So we have this right here is going to require a lot of these plates, and each paneling requires diamonds. So I'm slowly but surely gathering all of that up. It does take a little bit of time. Diamonds mainly. I mean, I have diamonds, but that's definitely like one of the main holdbacks right now, is getting this to be turned over. And what I'm doing there, I could just literally throw the diamond in there, and then I'll be able to turn these into plates slowly but surely once I get more of this produced. But with the ethereal fruit right here, this stuff, I didn't know that I could bone mill it. But the thing is, it has to be in darkness. As you can see, I've already died trying this a while back ago. So I had already died from that. Well, if you place this down here and you bone mill it, you'll get your seed back. And then you just place it back down and bone mill it. But the thing is, it has to be in complete darkness, so that's why I have this slab here, so that way I can place it underneath there and bone mill it, and I can get... Oh, I actually got double seeds this time. I've done it quite a bit, and I have not managed to get multiple seeds. So I guess that is a possibility. It's just probably very rare. But I did that. Look at there. I got 2 seeds now. And that's what that's really helping with me getting more of those. And we're going to need quite a bit of that fruit. And I did test it out, and you can eat it whenever you have full hunger or full saturation. So that is a plus there. So I think that's going to be plenty of diamonds for right now. We're going to find out if we need more later on. I need to get my bucket put back in here, because the bucket's going to go back into this, and it's going to continue to pump out more, and then it's going to go over here. So I'm slowly but surely working on that. We can actually make some of the tools and stuff from that mod. I would love to get some of that done. So, oh, also I forgot to mention, with that being said, I went ahead and made a flux capacitor that's resonant. These things are so easy to make. I don't know why I haven't made one already. On top of the battery, like, this thing holds 25 million RF, whereas this thing only holds 350,000. So yeah, this thing is pretty incredible, and it can go inside your bauble slot. So yeah. It says V to change charge modes. So if you hold V, you can see it charges inventory, charges all items, which is what I want it to do, or charge equipments. So I'll do charge all items, and we'll keep that in our... It'll actually go in any bauble slot. You can see it says bauble any. I'm just putting it in the chest plate slot. Okay, so this Flux Infused stuff. We can start making some of the weapons. So, and it shouldn't take too long to get some of these weapons actually made, and shield. There is a shield from this mod as well. And the bow is really nice. I've used the bow quite a bit, but let's go ahead and get a few of these things done. So, the battle wrench, I've never actually used it, but I do believe this thing does some pretty good damage. We're going to go ahead and get started with the sword first, though. And then we're going to need obsidian rods. Do I not have blaze powder? That was something I probably should have looked at before I even started the episode. Oh, we can make it like this. Perfect. So we're going to need a few of these, believe it or not. And let's go ahead and get the one for the sword. Let's see, it's going to require those flux crystals for every single part. And then we can make the sword. Now, that sword is going to charge up because I have that capacitor, but I should be able to hit V, it is, to empower it. And when it's empowered, this thing does a lot more damage. So it says 10 flux damage on top of 6 attack damage. So this thing is a pretty nice sword. And it's not even enchanted. These things can't accept, they can accept enchantments, which we're going to work on that soon as well. So we have that done. And I kind of want to get the bow made. The bow's going to be really nice. So let's go ahead and get that done. There's our bow. And then with the bow is going to be the quiver. And the quiver here is basically going to use RF to generate arrows. How cool is that? So now it's charged up. And now this is basically an unlimited bow. And then if I empower this, then they will be like explosive. But this just does damage, like more damage. But yeah, I don't have any arrows in my inventory, and it's using electricity to basically shoot or generate arrows through that quiver. Awesome thing to have. I really love this thing. I don't think it'll fit in a bobble slot, but it can go in your offhand if you wanted it to. Pretty cool stuff. Yes, it can just stay there. But if you empower this thing, there will be explosive arrows. So be careful with that. I don't even want to demonstrate it right now. I've done that in the past and blew my base up. So I'm going to unpower that. We're going to work on another thing. So, what else can we make? I know the shield is something that I definitely want, because I've actually never used this thing. And it being empowered, it's 800 RF per use. And so I'm sure it doesn't actually take durability hits. It uses power. So 6 flux damage. So I'm guessing this thing actually does some damage. I don't know if you can hit people with it. But it does shield you, which is really nice. It's also in the wrong hand. Put it in this hand. Maybe when an enemy hits it, it'll actually damage the enemy. I don't know. I've never used this thing, so we have a lot to kind of learn whenever we go to that Voidcraft dimension, and we start testing things out there. So that'll be fun. Let's see. Let's go back and see what other things that we could possibly get that I would like. I mean, some of the tools would be handy, like the hammer and the pick would be nice. The sickle, I'm not too worried about. I'm not worried about that. I just mainly want the armor, and I want these few tools. Mostly the bow. The bow is going to be very nice as a tool here in the future. This other stuff we can worry about later. The hammer, I do believe, does a 5x5, or does a 5 area. Pretty nice hammer there. But yeah, I'm not so worried about mining because we don't have to do that much mining. But let's go ahead and we're going to start working on some armor, and then we're going to get some enchants done, and then we're going to test out that Voidcraft world with this armor on and not what we currently have, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so at this point I should have everything processed. I needed exactly a stack and a half of the flux electrum plates, so I should need 24 of these flux crystals because you need 4 plates for each plate base or whatever it's called for the flux armor. For one of these flux armor platings. And that's what we need for each one of these pieces. So, let's go ahead and make the helmet, which is going to require all of these. So, I might as well make everything that I can make of this, which is the 24 of these plates. And there we go. So, the helmet is, of course, the normal helmet recipe. We have our chest plate, which is made like that. Our boots. And of course, our legs. There we go. And this is already charging basically because of that flux capacitor that's in our bag, or in our bobble slot, which is awesome that it can even go in there. And let's throw this stuff on and see what we look like. Nice. So this is just your base stuff. These don't actually get empowered, but as you can see, when I hit V with this in my offhand, it does turn this on and off, my shield. But this stuff is just by itself, and I think what we should do is enchant this stuff. So that's what we're about to do. One of the big things that I want to enchant is my bow, for sure. Not so much the sword, I'm not too worried about that. But my armor definitely is what I want to do. So I have my lapis. Let's get over here. Let's get some armor enchanted. We'll take this off. I'll take that piece. The cows are going to go crazy. They're kind of jealous. They really want to be a part of this right now. And let's move over a tab. And we'll enchant. This says holding. I don't know. Hopefully we get some good enchants. I don't want to have to make any more of this stuff. There's a very good possibility we could get something bad, but okay, so this gives us holding and protection. Awesome. That's a really great enchant, by the way. So we have that. We'll throw this. This is saying protection 4. So I'll take protection 4 any day on any of my armor pieces. This is going to be great, though. What is this? Is this unbreaking 3 and protection 4? Even better. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we can get on this. Okay, so it's giving us something for and holding. So there's probably going to be protection on this, I hope. But it's also going to have holding on it. It's going to have holding 4. Okay. And then our boots. What can we get on these? It looks like fire protection. Yeah, fire protection is one of them. And then something else. Unbreaking and holding. Okay. Sweet. So that's a pretty good enchant on our armor. Let's go ahead and get our bow maxed out. And let's see what we can get on this. So it's got insight. I would love multi-shot. But there's a very good possibility that I won't get multi-shot on it. But that would be the ultimate thing to get on here. Power. Wow. Power 4. That is really good. I'm going to also enchant the quiver. This will give us soulbound. And then I guess if I have enough, I'll do the sword. What is this? What did that give us? Soulbound, holding, unbreaking. So yeah, these things can hold even more power now, which is awesome. With that holding. And then this... I don't really want to do it yet because I don't have 30 levels, so we'll probably wait. But I think we have, at this point, we can go test this out in that world and just hope that this stuff is charged up enough that, you know, we can actually do some real damage to these mobs and we can actually survive. That's the main thing, because that dimension is going to be rough for us if we cannot survive in that dimension. So, I will see you guys in a bit. We're going to teleport there, and we're going to see how this is going to go. Alright, so we are at our void portal. I think eating some of this this fruit. Okay, so eating 1 gives us a minute and a half. Okay, so it gives us a minute and a half regardless. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in, and we're going to hope for the best. And hope that we don't get killed, and make sure we keep an eye out on our tab here, and that should help us out a lot. I don't know how much damage these guys do now. I'm going to let them hit me. Oh, like no damage. Oh, we one-shot them. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so they basically pose no threat anymore. Oh, man. Yeah, this thing does it just one-shots them. Well, I mean, this thing does have power 4. This is a pretty OP'd. I do need to maintain and check this. But we are looking for a fortress or something like that. Some sort of fortress is what we're looking for. Do I have a bucket? I do have 8 buckets. I also need to grab some of this stuff if I can. Wherever this stuff is located. There we go. I'll need to grab buckets of those. Because we'll need that stuff, right? This is the liquid void bucket? Yeah. Sweet. I don't even know if this stuff is going to cause any issues to us. Like, look at that. It's just one shot. Oh, there's that armor. There's that fabric that we get from them. Sweet. Now, we don't have any sort of flight. That could pose another issue. Is the fact that we don't have flight. But I mean, that's okay, kind of. I don't know, we have this, which can kind of keep us going. Ooh, that does some damage, doesn't it? But, we're looking for some kind of fortress, is what it said. And then apparently on that fortress, some, withers, have a chance of spawning. So, I'll keep on the lookout, and I'll do some more adventuring now that, I know we can actually find stuff, and I'm not so scared of this dimension anymore. I'll be back. Alright, so, basically what I did is I just went in this direction. I'm really not that far from the portal. And I just figured I would go in one central direction. And that was actually a pretty good idea, because right here is what I'm guessing is a fortress. Let me go ahead and get some more cobblestone built up, so I can actually get up here. Yeah, this void brick. You can see it kind of sticking out of the blocks up there. I'm guessing that that is where this stuff is located, and where we actually need to go and fight some withers, is what I'm guessing. So, I'm going to take all of this. We're going to head up here. Maybe we can get to it differently. Maybe taking a different path. And hopefully we don't have to, you know, pillar up too high. I am trying to check and make sure I have enough of this fruit on me. Oh, he can teleport. I didn't notice that. And, yeah, we'll go explore this, because, it looks really cool. Oh, there's a place up here. Good, we can get up here from here. Now, there may be some stuff up here. Like, what are these? He's pretty fast, actually. I hope there's some good loot, at least. Oh, there's some of that bone. Oh, nice. So those must be the wither dudes. Just your friendly neighborhood wither mob. Awesome. So yeah, a terrible fortress. Yeah, this does seem pretty terrible, actually. Why would we ever decide to do this? Ow. I mean, at least we have armor now that basically protects us. We just one-shotted him. Maybe if we get headshots, it counts? I don't know. Oh man, the farther distance, the better off we are killing them. But we need to kind of adventure through here and see what all we can possibly find. I know getting buckets of this stuff is going to be a necessity. Ooh, nice. Like this? Can I grab a bucket of this? I don't want to get too close to it. No, I can't get it. It's probably too far down. Same with this. I'll take that. Alright, so I was on my way heading out, and I've gathered a lot of stuff, so I killed a bunch of those guys, but I did just get this achievement. So what it said in the book, I did read the entry down here. Voice control. Basically, it said I needed to get this effect that I currently have right now, and I needed to get a certain amount of it, and then it said once I get that amount, then it'll let me know. And I'm guessing that's what it was letting me know. So now I have a 75% chance of the spell, when I cast it through the book, of actually working and me not exploding. I would prefer 100%, but for right now, it's better than 25%. And this is what I needed to get to. But I'm done with that fortress. There really wasn't nothing else there. Just had to fight a couple of those creepers and mainly get those wraiths. I think that's what they're called. Done. And, you know, honestly, we can head back. I've done just about everything I needed to do. The only other thing that I would like to get more of is some more of these cosmic material. Like, that's the last little piece that I need to get, and they're very rare. I've only found this one, and it's going to take some time for me to get this, so I mean, other than just mainly exploring, I don't know how else I'm supposed to obtain it, and that's going to be the only issue. But I'm currently running out of heart, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just teleport back to the base, and we can handle things from there. So, I've done a few things off camera, just a little bit. I was working on getting our jetpack stuff set up. There's a few things that we are going to need still left that I want to kind of do on camera. And if we take a look at jetpacks, I've been working towards getting the Flux Infused jetpack. It'll go with our armor. Basically, we'll put our armor in here, and then bam, we should be able to get this guy. It stores 50,000 RF, which is really nice, and that holds it for our flight. But it is going to require a few things. Mainly, the two hardest things to get are these two things. I would say that the Resonant Flux pack is the hardest out of all of them to get, just because of the complications with crafting that item that I come across, which is kind of a pain. But yeah, these guys are what you're going to get. The jetpack itself is really easy to make, especially if you have the automated stuff set up for the circuits. But we're going to need to get these glowstone elevation units. We're going to need we're going to need 4 of these guys. So we're going to need 4 of these. And I do believe this doesn't it's not a particular thing, or it does require signalium glass. So it is going to require this glass, I do believe. So we're going to need signalium blend, which is funny because let me actually get some, let me get a bucket. We're just going to need a little bit of that, and then we could make whatever we need to make. But I'm just going to grab a couple buckets. It's funny because I've used so much of this redstone, destabilized redstone, to get to this point. It's just kind of hilarious. You have to do a lot of the same crafts over and over again. All right, so back to the jetpack. Bam! I would love to get this going. Like, if we get this jetpack, we basically have creative flight. All right, and we need 2 of those. Or 4 of those, actually. We need 4. Because we're going to need... what is that last thing? We just need pyrotheum? Is that what we were missing? Alright, so... Bam. That should be the last one we need. And that should allow us to be able to make 4 of these things. Of course, we're going to need all of this. That we have, and I of course have some more being made, and that should allow us to take this glowstone and put this in there, put this in our machine, and fill these things with glowstone. Right? We should be able to do that. Let me go ahead and grab this stuff out of here. Totally forgot we have experience in this guy that we were using. Oh, I feel so bad getting rid of all that experience, but oh well. We need other things in here, like glowstone. So we're going to throw that in there. That's going to fill with glowstone. Or I should say energized glowstone. And these are going to get us the glowstone elevation units. And then the other major thing that we are going to need are these cryotheum ones. I do have the cryotheum ready to go. We just basically have to have enough glowstone to go in there, and same with cryotheum. So let me get some more glowstone. I may actually need more cryotheum than I currently have to be able to do this. I don't know. I don't know how much does this use to fill up? 4. Okay, so it uses an entire tank. It uses 4 buckets worth to fill 1 unit. Nice. So I'm just going to let that process, and then I may break this one down. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that and get the cryotheum done, and I'll be back. Alright, so now we should be able to make the cryotheum cooling units, and we'll make 2 of those, because that's all we're going to need for that. And that should fill up over here. And I hope it should use 4,000 apiece, right? Yes. Okay, good. So that's the perfect amount, and then I can fill this thing back up with redstone. But dang, that took 32. That took 32 cryotheum to be able to get that. So we are just about ready to go. I think we have everything needed here. The last thing I need is to make the thrusters, which I just need a few of these plates. And I think that might be it. So the 2 thrusters are just like that. There we go. And then we need just our armor. These 2 plates, these 2 pieces, and our main armor piece, our main chest piece for our armor. And look at that. Now this thing did wipe all the enchants, unfortunately. It is going to wipe all the enchants, but I don't care. That is... Oh, it didn't even transfer the power. What a waste. All the power got moved. And then I want to know, can we enchant this thing, or do we have to leave it like it is? I mean, we should be able to enchant it, I hope. It's unenchantable. Man. I was hoping we'd be able to enchant the thing, but... Oh well, it's going to be powerful in itself. What we can do, though, is enchant our sword. While we're over here. Might as well do that. What is that? Bane of Arthropods? That's not exactly what I want, but... It's something. We got Insight and Bane of Arthropods. Man, I was hoping for sharpness. But yeah, man, that's still great. Like, we have a jetpack. Let me throw the jetpack in here real quick. This jetpack, and we of course need to charge up our flux capacitor because it ended up getting decharged. But we're going to get just a little bit of charge in this thing, and you guys are going to be able to see how crazy this thing is. Allows flight when active, must be worn as a chest plate. Wow. Just the fact that we are getting this is pretty awesome. It is going to look weird. But the hover mode? Let's go in our options. Controls. Toggle hover mode. We just said always set it to that button. It's basically create a flight at this point. With the hover mode on. This is creative flight. So, yeah. I mean, we have creative flight. And I don't know, how much fuel does it burn? Quite a bit? I can't really tell. Yeah, I know we're at 23%, but this is basically creative flight. Which is really nice. I mean, we are at that point. This is going down because it's consuming all of the power inside this thing, which is kind of crazy. But, man. Okay, so now that we have this, we can kind of do the one thing that we should have done earlier. Is, whenever we got back, we did have the Voidcraft stuff going on. Come on. Come on, Ender Pearls. There we go. Thank you. We can actually turn these bones. I'm going to have to turn you up. Actually, let's just do 50. We have so many Ender Pearls now. Getting like a max amount of power out of that will be just fine. Okay. So let's actually do a search. There we go. These bones. That'll give us a Wither Skeleton Skull. 4 of those bones. And we need that Wither Skeleton Skull to be able to complete our quest here. Alright, so now that we have this done, it's going to move us on to another thing that says... Liquid Void is the stuff that I was grabbing buckets of when I was there. I knew we were going to need that because I had read stuff in the book, but there's also some other things that we can't do to get... that we have to work on to get this Void Infusion Altar. And it doesn't really tell us too much, but the book does. If we look at the Void Infusion Altar, you see we have a Void Infusion Altar, but to make the altar, which requires a Wither Skeleton Skull, we need the Insert Void Infusion Altar, which requires this Void Infused Cloth. Now, I don't think that's something you get in the Void world, because here's the Void Lich. When we go into the mobs, and we look at the void cloth, it tells us the void lich is the only place you can get that void cloth. And it says only found within a swampland and quite rare. Okay, so it's saying swampland. So I'm assuming it's in the overworld, and the only place we can find that is Earth. And that would be a swampland. And the better way to find a swampland is to use the nature's compass. So I think we're going to have to do that. Alright, so I'm in a swampland, and these things are supposed to be rare. It did take a while for me to find this place, but I was able to use the nature's compass to be able to find this. But this is technically a swampland. I think it kind of goes over here, more or less. Oh, they said they were rare. They don't look very rare to me. Okay, but these are what we're looking for, almost 100%. Guarantee it. Look at them! It said be prepared whenever you go to fight them because, oh wow, they have like their own little thing they do. I want to make sure to get rid of this. But when we fight these guys, they should... Okay, good. We got their... What happened to their cloth? The cloth dropped on the ground, but I didn't pick it up. Okay. That's kind of scary sounding. Alright, why are we taking all this damage? Slowness. User is about to die. Oh, wait, that's part of her. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why exactly, why can't we actually pick the cloth up? Why does it just delete out of the world? That's what I want to know. See, here's one of these guys. And their stuff fell to the ground. This is acid. Do we have to hit them back, basically? Hit back the projectiles? I don't know, we may have to do that. Okay, yeah, ow. Okay, we were in really nice armor, and it's still killing us. I don't... What am I doing wrong? You, sir, can get out of here. Yeah, they attack each other, which I see that. Okay, that cloth is on the ground. Okay, so that's one piece of cloth that we've gathered. Wow. And you fellas can actually stop while you're ahead. Can you please stop? Yeah, they throw stuff at you. So maybe we need to be a little more selective on what it or I don't know. I don't know why sometimes we get the items and sometimes we don't. Okay, so I got the item there. We just need to be more careful. Is it? So we only need 4. We can always come back here. This is crazy, though. I'm really loving it. Yes. Yes, there we go. So we have 5 of them. Okay, I'm gonna totally set a waypoint here. And, our waystone. Where's my waystones? There they are. And this is gonna be like... what are we gonna say? What is it? Lich? Lich spawn? I probably spelled lich wrong. Isn't that what this is? Oh, Lich. Okay, so we got that part saved. So yeah, this is ridiculous. But now I can head back home because we have a good amount. All right, so as I was looking through the uses for this thing, I do see there are quite a few uses, and I do believe we're going to need more. We're going to need more of this cloth for sure, before we can actually do anything with it. So I will, I guess, in between episodes, I'll gather some more of this cloth. As you can see, now we know how to get it. And then I think next episode, we're going to really dive in to Voidcraft and see what it has in store for us. Man, I really wish I could enchant this. This is that should be enchantable. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!